Welcome to China in Focus. I'm Tiffany Meyer. Our top story. Could President Donald Trump meet with Chinese leader Xi Jinping later this year? Media reports say a summit could be in the works after fresh U.S.-China trade talks, but Trump says no, at least not without an official invite. The U.S. and China wrapping up trade talks in Sweden. China claims the tariff truce is being extended, but Washington says not yet. U.S. officials say an extension is still under discussion, and the decision is up to the president.
Nothing is agreed until we speak with President Trump.
A new twist in America's bid to buy 2 Panama Canal ports from China. We look at an unusual demand from the current port owner. And the Indo-Pacific is seeing unprecedented defense cooperation. The UK, US, and Japan are boosting their military presence near Taiwan. We break down the latest moves. U.S.-China trade talks entered day 2 Tuesday in Sweden. Some media reports suggested the negotiations could lay the groundwork for a potential summit between President Trump and Chinese regime leader Xi Jinping later this year. But President Trump pushed back on that idea, saying he is not seeking a meeting with Xi. The president criticized what he called fake news for reporting the story, calling the report not correct in a post on Truth Social. Trump added he may visit China only if Xi invites him, and said Xi has already extended that invitation. Otherwise, Trump said he has, quote, no interest. A meeting between the two leaders would mark their first face-to-face encounter during Trump's second term. The last time they met was in 2019 on the sidelines of the G20 summit in Japan. U.S. and Chinese officials wrapped up trade talks in Sweden Tuesday. After the talks, China's negotiator claimed they agreed to extend a 90-day tariff truce struck in May, but a U.S. trade official clarified no such extension is in place yet, adding it's been under discussion. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent also said no concrete agreement was made, though the meeting was very constructive. Here's more.
Nothing is agreed until we speak with President Trump. We will be seeing him in the Oval tomorrow to go over the deal with him, and then he'll decide if the pause continues as is.
China is facing an August 12th deadline to close the tariff deal with the U.S. Without an agreement, tariffs could return to triple-digit levels. Washington has been accusing Beijing of flooding the world with cheap goods, undermining U.S. markets. Some also speculated that today's talks might pave the way for a potential meeting between President Trump and Chinese leader Xi Jinping. Bessent was asked if the two sides did indeed work on possible meeting.
What we discussed was implementing the desire of the two leaders. Our meetings were just to implement the will of the leaders, not to discuss if there would be a meeting.
And that's all for today's China in Focus on YouTube. You can catch the full episode on Genjing World every Tuesday. To watch, simply click the link in the description box down below or search China in Focus at genjingworld.com.